Blade's probably, you think of him as, he's kind of like an ex-military guy. I mean, he's very concerned with the safety of his crew, members of his team. He's a no-nonsense kind of guy. He doesn't put up with slackers or people fooling around. He's a nice guy, but he doesn't suffer fools, and he wants things done the proper way. And there's a way to do things. If you don't do it, you're going to get hurt. So you have to do it this way. So you better pay attention because it's serious business. Dusty, who's a former crop dusting plane, I guess, and also a kind of a speedster, has a little bit of a hotshot attitude when he arrives. Unbeknownst to my character, Blade, he has a problem with his gearbox, so it can only go so fast. But I don't know that. So there are certain exercises when I'm training him and trying to get him to follow my orders. There are a number of times where he can't do it because he can't accelerate or get the velocity that's necessary for certain maneuvers. And I don't know what's going on with him. I think he's either scared or lazy or something until I find out later in the film. But there's a bit of it. It's not antagonistic as much as it is, I want him, if he's going to be on my team, he's got to learn how to do it. And if he doesn't learn how to do it, I don't want him on my team because he's going to cause not only, he's not going to be able to put out the fire, but he's also going to be dangerous to the other members of the team. The whole experience of doing a voice for an animated film, which I really haven't done very much of, very, very little prior to this. Yeah, it's very different. I mean, you're not on camera, obviously, so there's a lot of that taken away. There's actually a certain amount of freedom, I suppose, just doing the vocal thing. But it's also very challenging because you still want to inhabit this character. You still want to create a character, and you still want to give the animators something that will help the humanity of this character that they're creating visually. Working with Bob's was great. He's pretty specific in terms of what he wants, what he needs to tell the story. I think it's probably a film for all ages in the sense that kids will enjoy it because it's animated and these like the helicopter is a helicopter, but he's a friendly, he's got a little mouth and he talks and the planes talk and they all have interesting voices. Dusty's kind of a fun character and they're all fun characters, and it's a really good story. I mean, it's a suspenseful kind of, dynamic, interesting tale that I think even, adults will find intriguing and on the edge of their seat, hoping that all goes well. Great action. I mean, the work, the animation work. I was actually looking at some stuff today, and I said, was this filmed? Like the background, the lake and the trees, and they go, no, that's all, CGI. It's all very specific, and it's really beautiful, actually, because it takes place in kind of a, it's a fictional national park, but it's, it could be Yosemite or whatever. It's a beautiful landscape, and really, really done well. It's pretty incredible looking. I've been acting in film business for over 30 years and finally was asked to partake in one of these animated films. So I was just happy to get the gig and have had a really good time, and hope that the character, I really hope that Blade is feels like a character, that you get a sense of who he is and that there's a humanity to him and that you understand where he's coming from and that he works as a character in the piece. I mean, that's the most important thing to me is that I did a good job.